Okay, but we need to go to quizzes, and we need to click on the quizzes link, right? Let's inspect this. What is this, guys? Can you help me with finding the express that?
Class mat list text.
Class mat line?
Mat list text. Just line above. Class равно mat-list-text.
But we want the quizzes.
I suppose we can use, for example, H5 or just aesthetics.
Okay. Let's try.
So contains.
If we use H5, which is our tag name, we will get 7 elements, and you see that they all will be highlighted here. And
Text.
they will all have the same class again, and they will be different only with text. So we can now create one more reusable step that will be different only by the value of the name of the link. But it is not the link, right, guys? It is actually is not the link, because for the link it will be href, right? And the link tag name will be A. So it is not a good way to say the link. What was this? Probably help me with naming this element. Tab. Page. But we also have those page. Okay.
Option.
Option. Good. Let's do option. So we need to create the next step. And when I click on quizzes, quizzes option, you said. Okay, then we need to create the step definition here. Okay, it's not a good way for option. No, I don't agree.
Maybe menu.
Menu better, right? Let's do menu. Because we will have options in our questions, right? So that we do not confuse with options. Okay.
Add item.
Menu. Let it be menu. Let it be menu.
And maybe before click, maybe add I.
When I, correct. When I click on quizzes menu, and I will create a new step, and I can delete this one. And it will be menu item. Okay. Get driver. Find element Y. Oops. And what is the expression? H5 contains text. Click. Okay, and instead of this, we will do again same thing. Plus plus and menu item. And probably we'll have to add again wait time. Okay, let's run it. And then we will click on create new quiz. And we can reuse this step for the button. And I click on this button. So what is our button? Text, create new quiz. And again, I will add 1 second to wait. Okay, and then we will have to type something into the title field. Let's inspect this input field and give me the good name of this locator. Any idea?
For control name.
Forum control name. Name. So instead of this ID, I will put forum control name and name.
Why are we not using the ID in this case?
Because it is
Dynamic.
also dynamic.
Okay.
So next time you're running, it may be a different number with this ID, and then it will fail. Okay, so let's add it to our when I type test quiz, and you guys, with your specific scenarios, you will be definitely using some meaningful name, right? So that you can easily identify it in the list of quizzes. Quiz test, predefined, I will put. As the title, as quiz title. Let it be quiz title. Driver, find elements by XS and quiz title. Okay, And if we put this quiz title, and as soon as we start typing here, right, we see this add question button that we have to click. Let's identify the selector of this. Okay, don't like any of those. Maybe any suggestions? We can go by text, right? And the text in our case will be this one, add circle. Met icon, add question. So contains question, but for me it is working with this add circle. So let's check. Met icon. So we have 8 elements with met icon, and text that equals add circle. Okay, so what about this one? Still good, so I can use it. And again, I will have to click on this element, right? Okay, so I click on this question and it will appear again. So we can say that we are not click on certain button because it's not a button, it's not icon, right? This step cannot be reused for this particular action. We can just say that we add question. It will be our step without a variable name. And I add a question. Get driver. Find element by X pass again. Click. Okay, and again I will add a couple seconds so that we can see that our script is working. Okay, so it opens our first dialog for creating a question. Let's proceed. And we have 3 options here. So we have to select question type. Right, so let's inspect those 3 radio buttons. Okay, it is div class mat radio label content, right? And it has text. What about this one? Same thing, that contains text. And this one also some text. So what would you suggest, guys? Hmm?
It looks like a reusable card.
Yeah, they are reusable by text. And probably the textual single choice and multiple choice, they will be. So it can be anything that contains this text, right? Let's try.
Yeah,
But it is div or span. It is a span, right? Let's see. Span,
No, it's not span.
not span.
It's a div.
It's
Class,
a
div
right,
class.
It's a div. It's a div. True. It's a div that contains text, and we cannot use equals text, right? Because we have some spaces there. And by the way, we can abbreviate our selection just to textual single or multiple, right? So it's better to have contains text. Contains text, textual. No?
After text, круглые скобки.
Yeah, I have to finish this as a function, not this one, this one, and now it will be good. Okay, so let me add this and update my code. So the step will sound like, and the question, let me add 1 second. When I select actual question type, no, actual should be capital, uppercase T. Question type. Okay. And it will be question type. Wait. Paragraph. Same. Question type. Okay, let's run it. Okay, textual was selected. Let's check single. It was selected. And finally multiple. Okay. Now we need to create something here, right? And provide the input, select the correct option, and save our question, right? So we definitely need to identify all those fields. So the first one will be our question input field. Let's define this. So it is this one.
Galina, may I ask you a question? Just want to understand. You told us before that the best way to use as short as possible path, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like ID, for example. Why do we use now always every single time everything but everything with XPath only?
Because ID is dynamic.
Dynamic here, but there are
And we
some
don't
other.
have name or class. Class is not good enough, right? Because it is so long.
Form control
Will not be
name question
reliable.
here.
So the only good option will be XPath.
But what about form control name question? It's on
Form
the
control name question is good. I agree. But form control name question is not the form control name is not supported as the selector. Only name is supported, right? Therefore, we have to work with XPath.
If I already interrupt you, can I ask you one more question related to this topic? So, just maybe you probably told it, but I didn't really get it. Why to use as short as possible is better for XPath and the driver? Why as short as possible? Why like that?
Легче считать.
Because it's easy to read and execute. In real life, you will have hundreds and thousands lines of code in your regression suite.
So it's just for us, for people, not for machine, right?
For machine as well.
For machine as well? Okay. So it
Если
takes
он
less time.
Если он будет длинным, то что-то поломается, не заметишь.
Okay, guys. Now
Thank you.
we identified that our input, it is not input anymore, right? It is text area. So it will be text area. And we have 3 elements matching with text area. And we need to add the attribute form control name. Form control name equals question. So now we have only one element matching. But what if we add one more question and run this again? And we'll select single choice or even textual question, and now we have 4 elements matched. We definitely need to anchor our specific text area form control question to specific question. How do we do that, guys? What do you think? What will be our anchor element? And you know that we will have to expand the area by using /... What is the best way to anchor our question and text field, text area input field?
Parent element Q1.
Parent element. The Q1, absolutely true. So we definitely need to anchor this element and then expand this area from here. So we have this text area form control name question. Let's save it someplace. Copy this one, right? And identify this one. It is our mat panel title that contains text Q1. Okay, so it will be our mat panel title. So we have 4 those elements that have this title of our question, right? That contains text. One. Now it is only 1. And you see it is highlighted here. This green dotted line. Okay, now let's find the way to our form question field. /... Now it is expanded to 5 points, right? /... More area selected, /... And now the entire question is highlighted here. Okay, and we will add our text area form control question. And now you see it is selected. This is the way we are going to identify our text input field or text area for providing the text for the question and options. And we are going to copy this and write our code. Okay, so the step in scenario will sound like I type question text question 1 text into question 1. No, it's supposed to be again same spelling. So this is optional because this is your variable of your question text. And then you can use 1000 character, 1000 plus 1 character. You can use any random characters, special characters, depending on your test data, right? Or it can be just empty input. Okay, let's write our step. What do you suggest as our variable name?
Question number, maybe.
Question number and question text. So first will be question text and question number. Question number. And second will be, no, vice versa. This will be question text. And this will be question number.
Galina, is it important the order of this?
Yes, it is
arguments?
important. We go back here and we see that this is first. First argument is text and second is number. Okay, let's write it. Yet drive, no. Yet driver, find element by x path, and it is a long x path, right? And here is our question number. So, because I have to provide the concatenation here. Don't be in a hurry, guys. Question number. Okay, so let's do shorter, right? Q number. And Q text. Okay. And Q text will go into our send keys part, right? Q text. All right. Now let's check it out. See what. Okay, so it does. Let's change this for single. And we will now work with options. Because I have single here, right? Now let's identify the option fields. So what would you suggest, guys?
Again, forum control name.
Forum control name option. But we can have many options, right? And in the placeholder, we have those numbers. So we again can use option number as our variable and change it by text. So with textual question, we don't have that, right? We have only question text area. With multiple choice and single choice,
use placeholder.
Placeholder is better because we can use the number here. Okay, let's do it.
But it has a space. You didn't recommend us to use names with a space.
Oh, inside the variable value, it is fine here. It is good. It doesn't matter. So
we are not talking about XPath for this part, right? We are talking about just variable.
About the variable.
Okay.
And nevertheless, we will change this placeholder for some value. Okay, so let's define, again, it will be our text area. And again, it will be related with Q1, right? And it will be placeholder. That has option. Option 1. And again, we have one element option. Let's add one step.
I'm sorry, Galina, that's what I meant. Could you go back for a second, please? Не хочу надоедать показать, просто чтобы я вас правильно понял. Да, в XPath. Да. Вот здесь в самом конце option пробел 1. А вы раньше говорили, что лучше не брать нам.
Мы все
here
равно их
explicitly.
поменяем на variable name здесь.
Еще раз, мы поменяем?
Да.
Ага, окей.
И мы говорили, это только в отношении классов, not в отношении placeholder.
Только класса, хорошо.
Мы говорим про... Сейчас все равно мы будем менять... Это будет наша variable. Okay, let me show you what I mean, guys. So here I have to... when I type option 1, is okay, option 1 is option 1, and it will be option 1 with this asterisk, right? Into question 1. And okay, if I don't have it, then I have to click option enter or alt enter so that I can create the step definition. And now I have 3 arguments here. First, it will be my text. It will be option text. Option number. And question number. Q number. And again, let's do it shorten. Option number and option text. Okay. So, get driver, find element by itself, and send keys, option text. And here, again, I will use concatenation question number. And here, I will use concatenation option number. And now I can reuse this step, right? And instead of option number, wait, I will duplicate, so don't forget to use the shortcuts, right? Control Command D. So I type option 2, but still in question 1. Okay, let's try it. Okay, something's not good. And we need to see what's wrong here. Unable to locate the element that contains text. Invalid selector. Placeholder option 1 because of the following error. Syntax error. Mac panel contains text Q1, text area placeholder. Option 1 is not valid express expression. Why? Let's check it.
Одну кавычку одинарную забыли.
Да, в каком месте?
После звездочки.
Отлично. Okay, so I will have to... But it is good here, right? Should be... here. Now it would be good. Right. Okay. Excellent. So don't be afraid of any errors, right, guys? You always will be able to identify the cause and correct it.
Можно вопрос, вот если бы Алекса Котова не было здесь у нас, как бы мы быстро идентифицировали, в чем ошибка?
Ну, я бы тоже нашла бы эту ошибку.
Ну, глазами или там где-то есть сноска, что нету кавычки одинарной? Вот
Нет,
как понять?
глазами.
Только глазами.
Да.
Во всем этом полотне текста не было указания о том, что это в чем именно проблема.
Но было написано, что это неправильный текст, неправильная express locator. I could copy this and paste it into the page and see the error. Okay, now it is good. Guys, what's next? So we put the question here. And then we put option 1. And then option 2. And we need to select the correct option. So what will be our options here? It is math radio outer circle next to option 1. So we don't have anything but math radio outer circle. Therefore, we can have only one option. We have to anchor now this text area and then expand it through and click on this button. So it will be even longer express expression. But there is no other option. I don't see anything. It is not easy, but it is a good experience. Don't you think, guys? To work with Express. Thanks to our developers. So we have this math text area placeholder option 1, right? So click and this one is selected. Now I need to identify this one, and it is math radio outer circle. So I will copy this and then I will add it. So we will expand this area same way. 1 time, 2 times, still not going through, 3 times, 1 more time. Oh, and now it is good. And after that, I will put math radio outer circle. And it is not selected. If I add 1 more, and it's still not selected. What's wrong with that? That radio button. One more time. I did not select the correct one. Mat radio circle. Mat radio container. Okay. Option 1. Scan. Table. Option. And this one. Inner. Yeah, this will be our mat radio button. This one. Not inner outer circle, but it is better to use the parent here. This is entire mat radio group and mat radio button. Let me change this to mat radio button. Now it is selected. Okay. Let me add this. And I select option 1. As correct. And again, we have to anchor that to the question in question 1. Will be option. And this will be question. Get driver again. Find elements by itself. And click. So we will have 2 variables here. It will be question. Okay. Can I forget to add classes as concatenation signs? Q number. And here will be option number. Okay, option number should be same with asterisk here, don't forget to do that. Option number. Okay. So when we select this, after that, we can definitely add more options, guys. But we're not going to do it now. We will just save this question. So we will have to click on the button save. And we will just reuse the existing step, right? When I save, click on the save button, and I wait for 2 seconds. Finally, we have to identify and verify that, assert that the list of our quizzes displays the title that we have created just now. So it will be our assert. then let's predefine quiz, and that is quiz title, right? Is displayed or should be displayed, that is displayed on the list of quizzes. And it will be our quiz title. Okay, so how do we get